Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here. Welcome back to another LEGO Batman DC Superheroes comparison video. Today we're going to be looking at every single Poison Ivy figure, continuing Team Riddlers. And if you don't understand that reference, we're actually looking at each of the supervillains in groups of the teams that they split off into in LEGO Batman the video game. So yeah, we did the Riddler, Two-Face, now we're on to Poison Ivy, and really surprised. I'm actually shocked. This is a really popular character. Today, her and Harley Quinn are partners in a lot of ways, and it's really shocking to me that her popularity here and her importance to Harley Quinn, that we've only gotten 5 versions of her, really only 4, because the jumpsuit one I don't really count as a different version, but I'm a little surprised here since 2006 all the way up until today that we've only got 4 versions to look at today. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's take a look at them all. Here is the classic 2006 version of Poison Ivy. And wow, I can just picture her here from the LEGO Batman video game, just like grabbing a guard and just kissing him to death. It just, oh my goodness, I don't know why. Oh, it's been a long day. I don't know why I just said that, but I think that this really brings me back to that video game and to that era of Lego minifigures and everything, and the eyes and everything. Look at that old style. I would love to revisit, do a CMF series in like that classic, the eye style there that they have for like Indiana Jones and everything. Just think it'd be so interesting because it's so vastly different to what we've got today. But yeah, I remember she was I always would take the arms off because I always needed like flesh arms. Back then, it was flesh colored arms and stuff like that. It wasn't a common thing. There weren't that many licensed themes back then, so you had really slim pickings, at least in my collection. So yeah, she's really detailed here, especially on the torso. Like the leaf printing there is just really, really cool. And I love the the olive green there on the eyelids there above her eyes. It just looks so cool, and her face print there is so expressive with the lips and everything, as well as this hairpiece was really, really cool as well. Getting it in dark red, and yeah, I like the legs and everything as well, just the different colors. That really feels like Batman the Animated Series there. And she doesn't have any back head printing or torso printing or anything like that either, so really good figure. I think it still holds up. I think the detail, of course, would be in different shades if we did get the leaves and stuff, but you'll see that on a couple of the other figures that we'll look at next. And then we got Poison Ivy in the first wave of the superhero sets in 2012 in the Batcave, and she was used a couple other times afterwards in other sets. But yeah, I love this figure a lot. I love the red hair. I think that's just so cool with the leaves as well printed on it. It's not something that they needed to do, but to have the leaves printed there, I think that that's such a cool feature, and it's a good reminder for me when I'm looking at like minifigures and CMF series and stuff when I'm designing them, that I can add these little details to hair pieces, because this is a perfect example. This isn't even from a CMF series, but she's really detailed here. I love the facial expression there, and I like the leaves there. The printing on this is just so cool. I would have preferred if the legs were a different color, kind of like the old one, but this looks really cool. And on the back, she's got another facial expression, so I really like that. So it's kind of a mix of, so you don't always have one facial expression, which as a kid, that's what I was always stuck with. It was all the villains always had one facial expression, but here she is here. She's got this angry expression on the back, so that's really awesome to me. And I like how the torso printing is carried over from the front onto the back there with the leaves and everything. It just looks so fantastic. Such a cool looking figure in my opinion. And here she is here. Oh my goodness, she is just such a beautifully printed figure. Not so much on the eyes there. It isn't as sharp as the one that we'll take a look at in a second, but the torso printing here is just so phenomenal. Look at all the leaves and the vines and things, the flowers. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The arm printing there on the side as well is really cool. So unnecessary, but it looks so fantastic. Oh, the dual molded arms there just look so cool with the arm printing, and that hairpiece there is just so phenomenal there. It's so detailed with all the different layers and everything. I love the flower molded into it, as well as all the little leaves and everything printed throughout it. It is just one of the most detailed figures that I think we've ever gotten, like in any theme. Taking the hair and the leaves off, you could see the detail on the legs. Like, look at those detailed legs there. It's just amazing. On the back, she's got this other facial expression, which is just really cool. I think the face print's a little messed up here, but the back printing there as well, it is just so detailed and such a phenomenal looking figure. And here is the figure from the LEGO Batman movie wave of sets, and here's her in her Arkham suit, and you know, it's interesting. It's just their Arkham suit that we've looked at a couple other times. But yeah, same hairpiece as the other figure. I won't talk too much about it, but she does have this really cool face print there with her mouth open. You can see her teeth, so that's really, really cool. And just the printing on these two figures are just some of the best. And there's a look at the back printing if you haven't seen it in the other ones. I love the Arkham jumpsuits, and I can't complain about them. I think that they're really, really good. I kid you not, up until this moment, I actually had no idea that the female figures actually had an exclusive torso print that gave them a little more curves than the male figures. I didn't realize that. I thought that they were all the same jumpsuits. So that's a really cool little detail. And I never realized that. Like, looking at the back there, she's a lot slimmer than the other guys. So I had no idea. That kind of changes everything with the Arkham jumpsuits and such, that I bought a lot of the Joker's ones from the CMF series so that I could use the jumpsuits on other villains that came in the LEGO Batman movie, like Harley, because she never came in the Arkham Asylum set. So technically, I need a torso like this, so that really, yeah, kind of floors me. And here is the final version of Poison Ivy that we have to look at. And this is actually from 2019. This is from the January wave of sets that we actually looked at on the channel back when the quality of videos were quite low. So it's cool to look at her again here. And I love that she has the hairpiece here without the leaves, because this actually makes it useful. Like, I know that I was saying how I loved it. I also love that you can have it without. I actually removed the leaves from one of the other Poison Ivy figures that I got to make a Jean Grey minifigure. So it's really cool to get it here without anything, which is really useful for like sig figs and different things. But, you know, I think it's a good looking figure. I like the printing on the torso. It's a shame she's the only one that doesn't have leg printing, of course, from like the newer age of Poison Ivy figures. So it's a little disappointing there. And, you know, it's kind of just a step down from the ones from the LEGO Batman movie wave of sets. But, and her face print as well, she's the first one not to have an exclusive face print. She's using mantises from the LEGO Marvel Superheroes wave of sets, which is really weird since, I don't know, it just doesn't really make any sense to me. It is expressive, it just, I don't know, it's just really strange to me. But I do like the printing on the torso. I think that looks really, really cool. I do love all the details and everything there. I like the different shades of leaves and such, but the head printing is really disappointing in my opinion. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is the 5 Poison Ivy figures that LEGO has ever made. And, you know, obviously, it's not really a challenge or even a point of comparing. Of course, the one from the LEGO Batman movie there in her regular outfit is by far the best. You've got arm printing, you've got amazing leg printing, you've got this awesome hair piece there. I know that it's used in the jumpsuit one, but man, the little leaf skirt piece there as well, it is just, it's amazing. Such an amazingly detailed figure. I think that she would be in a top 10 best DC superheroes minifigures of all time, because she is just so detailed here. I love that figure so, so much. But anyways, everyone, I hope that you did enjoy the video, and I hope that you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.